you tryna go be. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some.
Just off lane. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, 58, right there. Not today, Ron. Not today.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check three, check three.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
58, come on. You ain't gonna go.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Just like that. Just like that.
Ready? They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
60 Pittsburgh. Come to my work. We want that.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 4-yard line.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Go, go, go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Oh, yeah.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Bradford on the keeper, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready. Time to end it. Here we go. Slam. Anyway. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Target. Ball try.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Under 10. It's going to be a long day. Let's go.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Crawford. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Down to lose one. Check 99. Check 4.
And a give this time to the tailback. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Crawford. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
To throw now on first down. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And to give this time to the tailback. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try to run this one in. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You gotta protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 7-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check three. Switch. Check 37. Check, crunch. Check. Watch twist. Cover.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58, right over there. Yeah. Set the tone, defense.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
60 out, ball. Switch. Check the defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 50. You go tight. Go. Ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Able to get away. Being chased out left. Room to run past midfield. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Vikings 43-yard line.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Here we go, D. Watch safety creep. Watch safety. On the ball.
Back to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? No. Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Down. 60 or.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Hit it.
Now they try the right side here. And a loose football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready? Right. Go 58's the mic. You must be dreaming. Watch twins. Watch twins.
They'll drop the throw. Throw left side complete. That's Crawford. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Let's go. Mike 50. Get in the right wheel.
Back to throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First down.
Ready up. 58. 58. Mike. Let's go. Come on. Out. Rush him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 43. Kill. Wheel. Safety creek.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's third down.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Ready.
Looking to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go now. AT Gator.
Come on. Pick it up, guys.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 13. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They go play action here on first down. And that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready? Go, go.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Leo!
Let's see what you got.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down, and he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
Let's get it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll set up a throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. '58's the mic. 58's the mic. Ricky. 58's the mic.
They'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Tighten up. 66. Watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Check. Look.
They'll run on first down. It's Page. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Second down, it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one is right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Ready, set.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
The 16-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. I got it. Check. Flag down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Slam. Under 10, 10.
Check 99, check 99, check 24, check.
They're going to try and run, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you...
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. Back to throw. And it's caught. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
At the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hurry. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. With time running out, and the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Vikings 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Here we go. 30 base.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Let's go.
4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Put them on the buses.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The Vikings take over
Go,
first and 10
let's go.
at their
Let's
own
go.
20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Come on, set. Send logo.
Hey.
And up.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game.
60 outlaw.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating.